man. I just drained the sea monster, man. What the fuck are you doing? You changing my controls, you piece of garbage? Hello? Did you go pee too? Damn, are we pee-pee bros now? Damn. Did you go pee-pee too?
No, I got myself a beverage.
What'd you get?
The same thing. I just keep giving myself same drink. I don't really drink beer.
Well, when you come down to visit, I'll take you some of my favorite places.
Neil the alcoholic wants to take me to his favorite places. I would love to.
I'm not an alcoholic.
It's okay. The first step is admitting.
And stop it. I've only been drinking with you, honestly.
It's okay. I've been an alcoholic. I've been there. Neil, we're trying to
go watch some. Let's watch those videos. Like what happens after Minion.
Yeah, the middle stories.
Metal Gear Acid. What the heck is that?
Huh? Oh, it's like a card game.
And then an orgasm over there.
Okay, well, Neil, you're distracting us from what we're trying to figure. Like when people click this video, they're gonna they want to watch Twisted Metal. They don't want to see whatever this is.
Okay.
I thought Rey Mysterio was wearing like a hat made of like drinks.
I thought you just said you wanted to watch Twisted Metal, and now you want to talk about Rey Mysterio. Look up the videos so I can watch the videos.
We'll show our characters and then we'll show the rest.
All right, let's do that. So let's do Dollface first because that's what we saw before.
So Dollface.
Really deserve to be free?
All right, this is where we start.
I was asleep for hours, and the whole time I was having this really scary dream. I dreamed about my boss, Mr. Creel, working on those creepy masks he used to make. It was my first real job after college. I didn't want to screw it up. I wanted Mr. Creel to like me. But then, this one day, I made a terrible mistake. I didn't mean to upset him. I didn't mean to be so clumsy. But I was just so stupid. I could feel the nails crushing the mask down on my face. And to make sure the mask stayed on tight, Mr. Creel made a weird-looking key. He said it would make sure the mask would never come off. Now that I think about it, maybe it wasn't all my fault.
Damn.
Well, I hope you remember that we already watched this.
Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, we watched that when we were cheating and using the Omega guns, right?
Okay, Mr. Grimm.
Was I correct?
So, Mr. Grimm. Remember, he ate his friend.
Yep.
I hadn't thought about the war in years. All the drugs and therapy in the world could never get me to talk about what I went through. But when I passed out, I couldn't escape it. The past came rushing back.
It's like they filmed this on a potato.
1971 again. And I was back in Nam. Ben had gone down. It was just me all alone.
What's so funny about Ben going down?
I was shouting.
It reminds me of True Space.
Okay. But before I knew it, the enemy was on me.
Man, like, I can never go back to using True Space.
They put us into some stinking hole, 25 feet below the ground. Then he was in bad shape. I didn't know how long he was gonna hold out. Seems like forever I was screaming for someone to come and help him. Then one day, we had a visitor.
The guy was an advisor to the Vietnamese.
He had his own unique idea of torture. Starvation.
He's got corn in his teeth.
And he was on his last legs.
I know.
and I wasn't far behind. 5 days without any food will bring any man to the edge.
And the advisor said the only way I was going to survive was to eat. He gave me a knife and started laughing.
He said if I wanted food, I'd have to make do with whatever I could find in the hole. I tried to block out what was happening. I knew what he wanted me to do, but there was no way I was going to give him the satisfaction. Benny died 2 days later. I couldn't look at him. I didn't even want to think about it. It's amazing the things you'll do to survive.
Did the quality just improve all of a sudden?
A little
I
bit.
think Benny would have understood.
Yeah, he had to survive.
They say the mind bends and twists in order to deal with the horrors of life.
It sounded like shit up until
I
just
think
now.
my mind bent so much
Yeah,
it
it's
snapped
okay.
in two. When a
that his
platoon of GIs
friend's
freed me
skull?
2 weeks later, they tried to take the helmet off.
Yeah, that's like
They
it's
killed 4 of
like
them
if we
before they
were
took me
trapped in a
down.
hole and
After
I
that,
ended up eating
They
you.
shipped me back to the
and wearing
States
your
and
head.
put me in the asylum.
Jeez.
But now I have a chance to get even with the man who pushed me over the edge and made Benny die.
He's got such a cool fucking helmet.
He does. He does have a cool helmet. I like that.
Can I wear your head like
All
that?
right. No. All right. I want to see that. I want to see
Neil,
the.
spoilers.
Well, then I want to see it though.
Well, now we gotta watch the rest of them. So you
Do we
remember
have to watch the rest?
Michael Jackson,
Oh my God.
Chance for revenge.
your best friend.
Yes, my best friend.
When I passed out in my truck, I dreamed about the farm. I guess I must have been thinking back to the day when everything went wrong. I remember it so well. We was 2 weeks from harvest. I was checking out the crop when I heard this noise up in the air. There were no dusting scheduled that afternoon. I hollered for the guy to stop, but it just kept coming. I didn't know what was happening at first. I couldn't breathe, and my heart was beating so fast, thank the Lord, I passed out real quick. I thought I was dead. I must have been out for hours, and when I woke up, well, my God, what had happened to me? My first thought was to get home to Annie. She was real smart. She'd figure out what to do. But when I got there, I guess she'd already figured out something else. I heard them laughing, talking about how they'd go the next week, try to collect the life insurance. Everything hurt. My face, my mind, my heart. I remember grabbing for the closest thing I could find. I just lost it. I'd hunt that pilot down sooner or later. But for now, it was strictly between me and Annie.
Oh shit! He killed his wife or whatever.
I've been hitting Annie's
That
body for
Jezebel.
well over an hour. You couldn't even tell who she was no more. There's a man out there took my wife and turned me into a freak. When I win this contest, he's gonna pay for what he done.
That Minion fight was so fucking hard.
I know, but
Like, is it always that hard, or is it just me? Like,
he's a tough guy. He's a difficult son of a bitch.
Preacher,
I'm not even a real preacher.
he's the preacher.
I accepted the offer. The lad would be opened unto me.
Opened unto me.
So what's this guy's deal? The devil like got into him or something? Or-
You remember he was doing a exorcism on a baby, And then he killed everybody because his
When a
baby
man
possessed
is
him.
lost in darkness,
Oh, okay.
it is wondrous indeed how his mind will find shelter in memories of the past. I thought back to that fateful night. I had been approached by a young couple who brought to me their child. I was to perform one of my most important duties, an exorcism. But the beast was too powerful, even as I ministered to the child. The demon brought its foul influence upon me and entered my mind. My soul was trapped. All I could do was cry out inside as I tore that church apart. The demon's hatred raged all around, killing everyone in the church. Countless millions of years it had been hounded by the warriors of God. And now it was going to make me. And then the creature abandoned me right when I needed it the most.
Get your hands in the air! Do it! Do it now!
Every waking hour since, I've feared the demon. But now I have a second chance. When I win this contest, I know the Lord will welcome me back with open arms.
Will he really? I don't think so. I love that baby's face in that one. No, no, spoilers!
Oh, Neil, spoilers! Alright, Agent Stone. Outlaw. Neil.
Yes. Yes.
Fucking for spoilers!
As I drifted away, the torment began again. The same torment I'd endured 1,000 nights and days before. I began to remember. It happened a couple of years back. We were out across from the Northside Apartments. There'd been reports of terrorist activity in the building. When we got there, we found some kind of doomsday cult had set up shop inside. We were sent there to take them out. These guys were real psychos, desperate as hell, holed up like rats in a cage. But now their little hideaway was a kill zone, and I had them right in my sights. I'd dealt with a lot of dirtbags before, but for some reason, this was different.
All units open fire! Open fire! Shoot to kill!
All these years trying to make a difference, and for what? So that we could arrest these scum suckers and watch them walk free the same afternoon? My rage got the better of me.
In the real, like,
I
uncut
wanted to
version,
send these killers to hell where they
it was
belong.
racism. They were not neo-Nazis. They burned down his family's home, and these guys are also racist.
Let my
So
emotions cloud my judgment,
he let his emotions cloud his judgment.
but it cost someone else even more. Oh my God!
Oh my
What had I done? Those people were dead, and it was all my fault. There was only one way out.
Man, look at those tears. Where'd they go?
That way was closed. I was going to have to live with it for the rest of my life. And
This is
nothing
what
I could
confuses
do
me. Why is he
would
still
ever
wearing
take
that
away the
outfit?
pain.
I have no idea.
Until now.
You don't think about that stuff when you're like a little baby, but like when you're a man, like Neil, spoilers. John Doe, Roadkill. This one, this is the one. Like he's the neo-Nazi that you were seeing up in that shit just now. You know.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
I must have been out for hours. At first there was just darkness, but then I started to see things. Bad things. I remember now. I ran with this gang. At first we were small time. Random beatings, robbery. We were nobodies. So we came up with a plan. The bomb was choice. Freaking huge.
Oh.
When that
The
building
Derek
came
Zoolander Center for Children
knew
who
what
can't
kind of
read
viruses
well
and
and want to
diseases
learn how
spread
to
across
do
the
other
world.
things good
It
as
was
well.
glorious. Instant extinction. Finally, for the first time, we were important. We were feared. And that's it. The memories end there. I don't think I like the man I'm turning out to be.
If I was him,
What's his character's name again? I mean, his car's name? Roadkill.
Car's Roadkill, yeah.
Okay. I hate that guy.
Neil, that's a strong word to use to describe somebody.
Well, I don't like him when I face against him because he's a jerk.
That's a
Right,
word that
no
his kind
face.
would use, huh?
This is No Face.
Yeah, it's No Face. He's got a name. It's Frank the Tank, Neil. Don't you know? He was a boxer.
In the nut house, I was always drugged up. I never thought about what happened to me. But now that I was out, I couldn't stop thinking about it.
Imagine if you looked like
I
that.
was a boxer. You
I
never
know.
heard of me. I was strictly small time. One night, I went
Looks
up
just
against
like
this
Bruce Willis.
hotshot fighter from out of state. I never
He
even
does.
saw him coming. I got tore to pieces before the end of the first round. My jaw was shattered. My nose was broke. I was a mess. And some of the guys from the gym said they knew this surgeon who could fix me up, good as new. Maybe there were better doctors in town, but none that I could afford. Besides, I'd heard this guy was a big fan of the fights. Too bad old Doc made the mistake of betting on me that night.
$20,000, McCutcheon. $20,000 I lost on you tonight.
As I went under, all I could hear was the scraping sound of the Doc's blade and this blaring opera music he played while he worked. When I woke up, my face felt like it had gone 15 rounds with a semi-truck. The Doc did a good job. I'll give him that. From what I hear, I went a little crazy. They say I busted up the hospital trying to find the guy. In the process, I tore up 6 innocent people. But now that I'm out, there ain't no place for the Doc to hide.
I still don't understand how he sees.
You just gotta believe, you know. You gotta suspend your disbelief. It's like when you watch
Spoilers.
wrestling. Yeah, spoilers. What do you think about like the vibe of this game? You know, like this fucking horror game, like that's
They're all
combat.
psychopaths.
Yeah, isn't it interesting? Like, if you played Twisted Metal 2, it's like we'll play that in the future, so you see the contrast. It's crazy, like how dark it went from when it used to be.
I was asleep for hours, dreaming about weddings. In fact, one very special wedding.
Well, this is about my baby.
I was one of the bridesmaids as usual.
Does your girlfriend talk about
Kristen?
weddings all the
She
time?
was the one getting married.
Yeah.
Can you believe
Oh
what
my
she
God!
did?
Every time a new
She
person
actually
gets
had the nerve
married,
to throw the bouquet to me, that little bitch. Looking back, I'm not sure it was such a good idea to come off my medication.
Mary, Mary, quite contrary. You're just an ugly fat cow.
I think that day, my heart just snapped in two, and I think my mind did the same. So I grabbed the closest thing I could find, and then I wasn't really sure what I did. If I wasn't going to have a man, then no one was. I dragged Kristen's fat, ugly body into one of the dressing rooms and bolted the door. standing there in Kristen's dress.
Fat ugly body.
I realized I was the most beautiful bride I had ever seen.
What a crazy bitch.
When I win this contest, Calypso will find me a man who thinks so too.
Spoilers.
Neil, spoil. No! Not let it.
I'm not listening.
Raven. This is our girl. Remember Raven? She's our fucking girl. Emo bitch. Neil, stop farting.
Can't help it.
Being unconscious is like being in a pitch black room with no doors, no lights, and no way out. I could have stayed in that place forever. But then, the dreams began. Kelly and I were on the pier. School had just let out. We were using our tarot cards, trying to find out if this boy Kelly liked would ever notice her. It was a really bad reading. I guess if I ever needed proof that the cards actually worked, that was the day I got it. They were some jerk-off guys from school. They called us witches. One guy grabbed me, another went after Kelly. He said he'd always wanted to see if a witch could swim. I kept screaming at him, "She can't swim! Kelly can't swim!" I didn't know how to swim either. There was nothing I could do. They didn't stick around to help. As Kelly went under, I heard her shouting to me. "You get them," she said. "You make them pay for this." And then I didn't hear her anymore. I've waited 5 months for this chance. Kelly trusted me with her last request. I promise I'll deliver. That's what best friends are for.
Damn, she's only a kid.
So, who do you think we are in that scenario? Are we Raven and Kelly, or are we those people that dumped them in the water?
I would hope we are Raven and Kelly, but maybe we're not.
Why is this so long? What is all this? They put the fucking credits in with this? What a Oh, I guess the last one left is Needles. Needles Kane.
I was out like the dying heartbeat of a little girl. It was the first time in forever I hadn't felt the burning and the dreams. Boys and girls, those were some wonderful dreams. All my greatest achievements flashed before my eyes. The scale of what I'd done, the sheer volume of people I'd killed, it was breathtaking. But like all good things, it had to end sometime. When they captured me, the only thing I could think was, what a waste. All those people I hadn't killed yet.
I love that quote.
There must have been over 1,000 people gathered outside to watch me fry. I was upset about that. There should
It's like when Ted Bundy was gonna get
I remember there was this preacher in the observation room. I figured he was just some Bible thumper wanting to save my soul. But as it turned out, the old man had something else in mind. As I fried, he started screaming out like the freak he was. He asked God to curse me, to burden me forever with the flames of hell. It took me less than a minute to kill 3 police officers and get my mask back on. I never used to believe in curses, but it's been 3 months since that night, and the pain gets worse every day. So let me tell you something, boys and girls. I sure as hell believe in curses now.
So Sweet Tooth is just a straight up murderer.
Yeah.
That's all he cares about.
Yeah, he's just a fucking killer. He just wants to kill. That's all he exists.
Oh my God.
He doesn't give a fuck.
That's funny.
Man, woman, child, just cut. Well, that was everybody for like the middle parts. Now what, Neil?
Now it's time to go to bed.
Oh, you piece of crap, Neil. I thought you were gonna say now it's time to go to the snowy roads, but I guess
we could.
Is that what you're saying? You want to do snowy roads?
Yeah.
Wow. Mr. Neil wants to stay up late, knowing that he has the day off and I have work tomorrow. What's up with that?
I'm only saying that because it's my dog is staring at me, waiting for me to go to bed with her.
What does your dog want, huh?
She wants to go to bed.
Lock it in a cage.
No.
Put it outside where it belongs.